Good evening. This is Malik for Radio Sangam 107.9 FM. So guess who I'm with here today? I've got Mustafa and Qadeer. You'll never guess who these guys are. These guys are DJs. So these guys are doing electronic music. They're mixing it up so you can see the kurta and the jeans. There's a bit of fusion going on there. You can see a bit of fusion going on. That's exactly what they've been doing. So they've been remixing and mixing up a bit of Pashto music with some house, with some dance beats, vagera. Let's go over, let's see what they think. How did you have it? Did you have a good evening this evening?
Yeah, well, I think we had like a really amazing evening.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like we had a very good time as well. Like the crowd was very nice for us. And yeah, we played good music for them, yeah.
Was there any music you missed out that you wanted to throw off the disc?
We had like 4,000 songs. We could have kept on going.
Yeah, we could go like the whole night easy.
Like easily. Like we have the energy to go like 6-7 hours. We can go that.
Yeah, that's good, man. So you guys have been making music for how long?
About 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep. And do you guys have some musical lineage as well? You have musical people in your family as well?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yep. So is that where your love of music came from, or where did it come from?
It just started off like it just you see people online and everything. It's just like you see what they're doing and you're just like, I want to do that. So it's just like a calling or something like that.
I would highly agree with him. Yeah. Like I think a lot of our personal influences would be like maybe Avicii, Martin Garrix, Tiesto, all these sort of people. Like
Steve Aoki.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. These are
sadly Avicii's no longer with us anymore. But what a great loss for music that was.
Sad about that. Like Avicii actually meant something to us. So
I mean, I got a tattoo over here.
Check out the tattoo, man. And what's that?
That's for another artist of mine.
Yeah?
It's really one of my favorite artists.
And who's that?
His logos. His name's Porter Robinson. He's from America.
Alright, cool. Is he a DJ?
I wouldn't say he's a DJ. He's a lot more like, his performances are a lot based on using live synthesizers and stuff.
Okay.
He's just fantastic. Like,
alright.
Definitely check him out.
Yeah, what's he called again?
Porter Robinson.
Right, okay, we'll definitely be checking that guy out. So make a note and do check him out. My next question was, if there's somebody you could work with, who would that be?
It would probably be Diplo.
I think for me, Martin Garrix, probably. That would be a dream come true.
I've got a question here, and the question is, first of all, of course, all our listeners would want to know, do you call yourself something? Do you have a band name? Do you have a DJ
right
name?
here.
Yeah, it's right here actually.
Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
What's the reason behind your name, behind the DJ name?
Is it your star sign?
No, we're both Geminis.
We're both Geminis.
Really? Are you? I've always been told that two stars don't get on; they always clash. So, two Geminis, is there a clash or?
We're
Never.
perfect. Like,
Never. There's
our
never been a
chemistry
clash.
on stage, like our friendship, is like perfect.
100%.
Yeah.
We've been working together for so long, and it's just.
That's brilliant, man. How big is DJing in Pakistan? Because you wouldn't think DJs Pakistan. You'd never think. You'd always think instrumental, classical. That kind of stuff. Qawwalis, that kind of stuff. How is DJing received in Pakistan?
I think
Basically, you can start.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a really interesting thing that's starting to come into Pakistan right now. Like, if you've noticed, there's a lot of festivals up and coming. Like when Black Box brought up Diplo and Major Lazer.
Yeah,
shout out to them.
It's coming up.
And
it's been. We played in Pakistan for almost 2.5 years, and coming up in Pakistan was a very hard thing. We had to run from show to show, not getting paid.
City to city.
We would end up at shows and there would be barely any people over there. And our thing was the love for music. And
still is. Always
to be honest, anywhere we go, we look at the crowd, but we also go we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
We try having fun on stage as well.
Yeah.
And
In Pakistan, you'd say Qawwali, ghazals, that kind of stuff. Is DJing a bit lazy? Is there any skill involved? What would you say about that?
There's definitely a lot of skill involved in it. I think it's,
anybody can just pick up a controller and say I can DJ, but there's a lot of other stuff you need to know. You need to know tempoing. You need to know how to Q-tip.
Beat matching.
Yeah, beat matching.
Production.
And everything. I know so many people who have controllers and mixing stuff, but they don't know how to mix in proper beat matching and everything. So we took courses for that.
And I think that really helped us, because that really taught us how other people, for example, we went to Amsterdam and we learned over there, and then we went to Ibiza and we learned over there, and we learned from people who are professionals in the industry. And they kind of showed us and opened like a way. So we definitely have our mentors to thank for that. Like,
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think people will think बस एक record लगा दिया, उसको spin किया, headphones लगा लिए, बस that's it. It's not like that, is it?
it's not like that at
And I
all.
want to add a question here as well. You know, most of the people do think that, as he mentioned, that DJ doesn't need a skill and stuff. But do you need to know the music in and out? Because as a musician, you need to know the music and then you create the music. So is DJ exactly the same?
I'll tell you like a really interesting fact about that. I think the best part about being a DJ, and I think one thing that really makes a DJ a good DJ, is improvisation. You need to know your songs inside and out, but you also need to be ready in case that if the crowd doesn't respond to that song, you kind of need to adapt to that situation. It's a really interesting chemistry that you have to have, you know?
It's like improvising. It's
Yeah.
like improvising.
So with DJs, they always go by the response of the audience and the crowd.
Yeah.
If the crowd's not responding, do you switch it up and change?
you gotta
Always,
switch it up.
always.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up. Like basically, improvising on stage is the main thing. Like if you're playing a set and the crowd isn't dancing, you gotta know what to give the crowd.
I'll tell you what our like the way we function is. We have our beginning, we have our end, but everything in the middle is completely improvised.
Like on stage, I'll just like, bro, that song, put it in, mix it up. There we go.
And
That's brilliant, man. So you would say if it's not hot enough, put a bit more mirchi in, put a bit more masala in.
yeah, I think that's exactly how it works because it's such an interesting thing. That's the fun part about DJing, that you have this opportunity to like mix stuff up like so like randomly. You know, it's so cool in that sense.
That's brilliant. Any plans for the future?
Definitely. Right now, we're operating within the UK and within Spain, and we're definitely we're working alongside Black Box Sounds, which is really cool.
So real continental sound.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And
So where can we find you guys on social media? And
You can find us on Instagram.
we go by Gemini_DJs.
that's what I was gonna say. What about SoundCloud? Are you on SoundCloud?
Yeah, we're on
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
man, on SoundCloud.
Because you gotta be, every DJ's gotta be on SoundCloud, right? Yeah.
Same one.
That's brilliant, man. Okay, so DJ Gemini, I have one last final question for you. Is the world fusion of electronic, house, Pakistani, Punjabi, ethnic, is it ready for it?
Yes,
course. Hell
definitely,
yes.
definitely it's
Hell
ready
yes,
for it. And
definitely.
it's not ready for our energy though. It's
Yeah,
not ready.
Definitely not.
It's not
Definitely
ready.
not.
And are you guys ready?
Yes,
Hell yes,
definitely.
That's brilliant. You can catch us on Radio Sangam, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and you'll be able to get this interview podcasted as well, so you can watch it in your own time.